Hello and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft Hardcore Season 2 world. Today, we choose to build the moon. Not because it is easy, but because it is hard. Or maybe it's the other way around. But anyway, in the last episode we built this giant skybox, and it's currently just a starry sky, and it's a lovely starry sky. I don't think it turned out too well on YouTube because of the YouTube video compression, but we're going to build the moon, and that is going to be something that you can see clearly on the screen. So, where are we going to put the moon? Probably right there, if you can see the region of space that I'm pointing to. And how am I going to get up there? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I now have two options. One, I could pillar up, which is very boring, or two, I could use a happy ghast. That's right, everyone, I'm in the happy ghast update. So, let's go and see if we can get ourselves one of them. Now, I have heard that you can actually get a happy ghast, or the dried ghast, back in its early form, where it's just a shriveled up piece of ghast from, I believe you can get it from piglin trading. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to throw a few stacks of gold ingots to our piglins over here, and hopefully it won't be too long before we get ourselves a dried ghast in one of these chests down here. Okay, I believe that's the first stack of golden ingots. Let's see if we've gotten lucky. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Is there anything in the hoppers? There we go. We've got one. We have a happy ghast. Look at this guy. This is definitely a plushie. We now have plushies in Minecraft. Can I wear it? No. I don't know why I asked that. That would be weird if I could put on a dried ghast as a hat. So that was lucky. It looks like we only needed one sack of golden ingots, and now I can't put these back in. Yes, I can. Never mind. Oh, there's an entire army of wither skeletons. Come on, surely I can get a skull from these guys. No. No. Okay. Never mind. Now the question is, where would be a good place for me to put the dried ghast for it to grow up into a happy ghast? I mean, I've got plenty of water, but with the tree canopy, I want it to be easy to get the ghast back out into the open. I don't want it trapped underneath lily pads and stuff like that. But you know what? Down here will do. So it should be as simple as just placing the dried ghast there. Ah, looks like we get an advancement for that. So, green particles, is that it aging? Already? Doesn't look like it's visibly doing anything other than the green particles. Okay, so I believe we need something to ride the happy ghast. We should probably get on that while we wait for it to show up. How... Oh! I already have the recipe. Okay. Cyan harness. Oh, that's just the colour, isn't it? So I need glass, wool, and 3 leather. Okay, I thought I'd need saddles or something. I'm surprised that you didn't actually need saddles in the recipe. I feel like there should be 4 of them, considering how big the thing is. But okay. 3 leather? I'm sure we can do that. The real question is, do I have any leather here in the enchanted forest? We do. Oh, sweet. And the other question is, what colour should we use? And I think I'm very tempted to go with orange. So, before I go converting a tulip, do I have any orange dye? And the reason I'm choosing orange is simply because the enchanted forest was based around the resin farm over there with all of the creakings. So, I was thinking that we could go orange to match the resin. And I don't think I have any orange dye, so we're just going to use this orange tulip. There we go. Lovely. And now I need 2 glass. But luckily, I have lots of glass from the last episode, so this should be all I need for a harness. Or not? Oh, I need orange wool, not orange dye. Come on, Whistler. You've already looked at the recipe. I mean, I do have wool here, but can I re-dye the wool? Is that possible? Is that a thing? It is. There we go. So, now we can craft an orange harness. Fantastic. Now, how's our little guy doing? Is he smiling yet? No, he's still miserable. Well, I guess I should take the opportunity to come up with a name then. We're not just going to call it Special Little Guy. Call it something else. Do I have an anvil? I do. Excellent. Okay. One of my 536 levels that I got from the last episode. Oh, is he smiling yet? No, I heard it do something. It's making noises. Wow. Anyway, what are we going to call this thing? You know what? We're going to call it Apollo, because we're going to use this little guy to fly ourselves all the way to the moon. I'm going to do it even quicker than NASA did it in real life. So, how long does it take for a dried ghast to become, like, a big happy ghast? Is that a slow process? How long am I going to be standing here? Why are you so sad? Why do you not be happy? You're in water? I thought that was all you wanted. I see green particles. Is that good news? I don't know. Well, maybe I can just stare at this little guy from afar and eventually he'll convert into a happy ghast. Or as happy as a ghast can be, because all I know as ghasts is that they're miserable and they moan all the time. Oh my goodness. The ghast is no longer sad. Just think, if you are feeling grumpy, that all you need to fix that situation is maybe just a little bit of hydration. That's right, this is your hydration checkpoint. Go and get yourself a drink of water, and maybe you'll stop being sad like this dried ghast. And maybe, just maybe, we'll start being happy like this little guy here. I mean, he's already so happy he's just fine with me jumping up and down on his head. In fact, you are technically a happy ghast already. Okay, Apollo, take me to the moon! Wait, what do you mean you're not strong enough for that yet? That is so cute. Genuinely. Can I get this in like a permanent state? This smile right here? Because I would love that. There he goes! No, don't run away from me. Okay. Apollo, I have dubbed thee. Oh my goodness, it's so adorable. Come over here into the light. Let me see you, you beautiful boy. Oh, I like the gills on the side. That's an interesting touch. Oh, it sounds so cute as well. But the question is, can I get it up there? Let's see. Did I lose it? I've lost it. Apollo! Come back! Okay. Let's try this again, Apollo. Did I keep it that time? Nope. Okay. Apollo! Come back. Ah, there we go. Do you mean to say, Apollo, that I have to sit down here and wait for you to grow up before I can take you all the way up there? Because that is a long process, and I think I might actually have a workaround. Apollo? Oh, yeah. There we go. Saved by the jungle tree vines that have grown down to the bottom of the ocean here. Come on. We have a way up. Oh, look at him. This is actually cuter in person than what you see in videos, I think. Ah, there we go. Up the vines we go. All right. This should be enough for me to get Apollo down here. Yes, it is. Excellent. Good boy. Okay, Apollo, I'm just going to hitch you up to this fence post for now while I explain what I'm going to be doing with you. So, we're going to be using Apollo to build the moon in that corner somewhere over there. And I think we're going to need a few resources. So, I'm thinking calcite, birch logs, snow blocks, powder snow, pale oak logs, and stripped pale oak logs, pearlescent frog lights, and smooth quartz. Some of these blocks are things that I have, others are blocks that I do not have. Let's see if I can't get myself a couple stacks of each material while I wait for Apollo to grow up. Now the question is, which of these blocks do I actually have in my possession? And we have the calcite, good. That's a good start, promising. Do I have any quartz blocks? It does not look like it. But I do have birch logs. We even have a stack and 5 of the pale oak logs. Not that I would have needed specifically stripped pale oak logs, you can use the normal variety and strip them later. But it's good that I already have these, that's good. Now, on the snow front, I do need some of these. How? Oh my goodness. That's not very much snow. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is another stack, I believe. So that should be 2 stacks of snow blocks. Awesome. And we are going to need some smooth quartz. So, I need 4 quartz for 1 block. Okay. This isn't really ideal because I like to save my quartz for the redstone machines that I build in my world. But I don't really see any other alternatives at the moment. I'm going to have to mine the quartz for this. Ugh. That didn't even give me a stack of blocks. My goodness. The audio in Cherryville is so bugged at the moment. I really need to sort that out. I need to remove some cats from the creeper farm, I think. Okay, and we are left with stack and 1. That is still not ideal. Well, I guess it's back to the nether then, and, well, lucky me, we have plenty of quartz that we have yet to harvest. So, we'll just get some of that, I think. And hopefully the blazes won't be too annoying. No! No angry ghasts in this episode, please. Only happy ones. That is the only thing that is permitted. Where are you? There you are. Goodbye. Oh, look at this. There's loads of quartz that I haven't gotten yet. There we go. That's enough for 2 full stacks of quartz blocks. And we're going to use our redstone super smelter to turn that straight into smooth quartz blocks. Oh, I love using this thing. It's a shame I don't really hear the pistons anymore. That was part of the effect that I had here. And now, not only because of my Cherryville audio bug, but also because pistons are generally quieter, we don't hear the pistons retract anymore. It is a shame. I do miss the mechanical noise of this super smelter. Ah. And it all just closes up again. But just like that, we now have 2 full stacks of smooth quartz. Let's just make sure I'm well stocked on pale oak logs. And that should do for the pale oak logs. Now, I would also like a shulker box's worth of powder snow. And if I am correct, this is powder snow. So let's just nab all of this, or as much as I can get. Oops, I'm throwing stuff out. Gotta save that. And there we go. 1 shulker box's worth of powder snow. And we want powder snow because light actually shines through powder snow, so it doesn't matter, you can hide it behind the snow, and that way we've got a source of hidden lighting for our moon, and it will appear super bright in that starry sky. And the last thing we're going to need are pearlescent frog lights, so I've come over here to the mangrove forest in my world in the hopes that I can get myself some tadpoles. So, where are the frogs? The reason I want tadpoles is because I think I can grow the frogs straight up in the nether. The frogs that I want are the warm variety, I think. So the plan is, get tadpoles, take them to the nether, grow them up with slime, and then I'll just let them feast on magma cubes in a basalt delta somewhere. Where are the frogs? Come on. Surely they're in here somewhere. Right, okay. That's good. We've got one frog. Is there a second one? Surely we have a second one somewhere. I can't do anything with one frog. Seriously, where are all the frogs in this forest? Oh, there's another frog. Okay. So we now know that there are two frogs in this forest. Ah, there we go. Right, you two breed. One of you find water, please. Yeah. Who's going to do that? Let me just put some water here. There we go. Lay spawn, please. One of you? No, it's not you. There we go. Okay. We now have frog spawn. Excellent. Okay, I shall watch the frog spawn from my little perch on these roots here. Hopefully, I will notice when something comes to try and kill me. I shall not be taken unawares. There we go. Okay. I need you guys in my buckets. Okay? There we go. All of them. Great. So we've got 5 tadpoles. So we'll keep 2 of those as spare. And we will use the others in the nether. That guy just dropped a wither skull. Okay. That is perfect. Ah! So we actually already have the perfect place to try and grow up our tadpoles within the nether. And we've actually got a basalt delta here. And I was mining for basalt up here somewhere. Ah, here's my staircase. So, as you can see, we're in a basalt delta. We have plenty of magma cubes, so let's just pull these guys real quick. There we go. They could do with being converted into smaller magma cubes anyway. Now, I would like to get these frogs somewhere where they're not going to jump around and fall down holes. So, we're going to tie them to this fence post. Now, can I grow them up in time? Let's see if that's possible. In fact, let's just put our helmet on. Our gold helmet in case there's any piglins around. Okay, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go! Feed! Feed! Ow! Come on, tadpole. You can grow up. You can be a frog. You can be a real frog. Come on. Let me feed you. Come on, grow up, 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 grow up. No, 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 no. I'm gonna blame these guys for that. Okay. We've lost a tadpole. Okay. That is not good news. Let's do that a little bit further away from the magma cubes. Okay. Attempt number 2. Goes nothing. Feed! Come on, tadpole. Come on, tadpole. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I can grow you up. Ah! Grow up, 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 grow up. No! How much slime does it take to fully grow a tadpole? Maybe I'm attacking this wrong. So we only have one left. I need to be careful. Okay. Okay. I have another strat. We're going to try this a different way. We're going to sink 56 slime balls into a tadpole, and then we're going to pick it back up again. Okay? Feed! Feed! Is this something that's even going to work? I hope it does. Right. Okay, then we're going to pick you back up again. Now that tadpole has been well fed. So now that I've pre-fed the tadpole, it shouldn't take too long of me feeding it for it to go ahead and become a frog. And in fact, I actually have 2 water buckets, so I should be able to pick it back up again. Potentially. Okay, let's do this again. 3, 2, 1, go! Come on, tadpole! Grow! 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 Yes! We have a frog! We may have lost 2, but we still have 1, and that means that I can just drag it over here to a tiny magma cube and it will eat it. And there we go. We have our very first pearlescent frog light. Come on, it's buffet time. There we go. This is the worst farm I've ever built. It's a shame that I lost 2 of the frogs, because this would be a lot faster otherwise. And there we go. We now have 2 stacks of pearlescent frog lights and an extra 2, but I only wanted 2 stacks, so we have more than enough, I think. I hope. I mean, I don't plan on building a moon bigger than the resources I've put into this chest. So, I think we're done. Thank you, Sir Froggo. So now that I have my resources for the moon, I just need to wait for you to grow up, Apollo. How long's that going to take, hey? Not too long, I hope. I've noticed that the baby happy ghast actually likes to look at you quite a lot and float towards you. Like, Apollo is coming straight towards me at the moment. If I run over here, he's coming over here now. But if I run to the other side of him, he's coming over here now. And if I run to the other side of this fence post, he's now going to float all the way over here. That is an interesting mechanic. So, does Apollo see me as, like, its parent? Is that a thing? Then once it reaches me, it then turns around, but it very quickly again tries to find me again. That's an interesting mechanic. It does make it feel a lot more like this little guy is like my child or something. Well, if you're going to fly towards me, then you don't really need this, do you? Be free, Apollo. Be free. Oh, it's no longer looking at me. Oh, there we go. Now he's looking at me. Oh, you are a good boy. Oh, there he goes. And he's immediately left me. Let's get this harness. Okay, so it is just a matter of landing on him. What the? I thought landing on them froze them. That was weird. Well, anyway. So I am riding Apollo the Happy Ghast. How does this work then? Okay. So I just have to press W and direct my mouse around, and Apollo will simply go where I am looking. Okay. Can I strafe? Yes. Good. Can I go backwards? Yes. Okay, that's good. Can I swap seats from in here? Clearly not. Okay. Can I swap seats from... Can I swap seats from on the ghast? No. It looks like no matter what I do, I always end up on the front seat. But that's not an issue. That's not an issue. It means I'm always going to be in the driver's seat, I guess. So then, Apollo, do you feel like reaching for the skies and building the moon with me? I'm going to take that silence as a yes. Now then, where exactly are we going to put the moon? I know I want it to be in this quarter. So we're just going to go slowly up to the top. And we'll try and figure out a good spot for this. Okay, I'm tempted to go here. Am I at the very top? I am at the very top. Okay, just descend a little bit so that my head is not in the glass, please. I think this is a good spot. So, if I get off of Apollo, he is not going to move. Right? And if I'm crouching on Apollo, can I fall off? Okay, I can't fall off Apollo. That's good. Right. So I guess all I need to do is just start building. Okay, so we'll just get these resources out then. Nice. So what I want to do is make kind of like a squished sphere so that the moon still looks round in the top of the skybox here. Oh, you know what I actually want to do right now? I actually feel like I want to get off of Apollo. But how do I do that without them flying away? Let's just place some blocks. We'll see how it goes. Well, I've placed some initial blocks, and while I think this is a good start, I'm using like the normal pale oak logs to indicate like a crater from when the moon has experienced like an asteroid impact, and I don't know how much you're going to be able to see any of that from down there, but I want to tie Apollo up to something, and I have no fence post up here. So, let us descend again, and we'll grab a fence post, and we'll tie Apollo up nearby. Now, how does that actually look from here? Is that moon going to be big enough? I mean, it will be bigger. But for now, I need that fence post. Let's get that axe. There we go. Have that. No! Okay. Now we shall return. Right, okay. Apollo, I'm just gonna tie you up. Oh my goodness, stop with that moving. Okay. I'm just gonna tie you up, Apollo, to that fence post. Okay? Get this lead out. I'm gonna tie you there. Okay? So you're not gonna move around too much. Now what I really want to do is to get up there somehow. So what we really want to be doing here is just being as random as possible with our block placement. So I'm just scrolling through everything in my hotbar as I get to it. And this way, we shall fill everything with a random assortment of blocks. So now this is the first layer of our moon, but we want it to be roughly spherical shaped, but it's going to be a bit squished just because of how close it is to the top of the skybox here. So from this point, we're just going to try and do the same thing. Lots and lots of random blocks. Just in an attempt to make this as round as possible. Oops, not there. We'll try and get another couple of craters in. I don't know if you're even going to be able to tell that the pale oak logs, like the normal variant, are going to look like craters from the surface, but I'm hoping that they do. And there we go, that's the second layer down. Although the question is, does this actually look good from afar? Ooh, there we go. Okay. Thank you, Apollo. Let's just see how this moon looks like so far. It's nowhere complete yet. Like, I've not added any powder snow to let the light through or anything like that. In fact, that's an idea. Because powder snow lets through light, I wonder if I can get some natural moonlight going through the moon so that I could have like an actual moonlight spot beneath it. That could be interesting. Okay, how's the moon? Moon looks good. Other than maybe the black glass, but we'll get rid of the black glass. And I'm currently thinking we replace it with white glass and then maybe give the moon a bit of a glow. So we fade to grey and then dark grey and then to black after that. But we won't bother with that until we've finished building our moon in the first place. So, let's get started with the third layer. So let's place in the blocks as randomly as possible. After all that trouble I went through of making sure the glass was placed in the last episode, I'm now removing it. It's not exactly an ideal situation. You know, I've just realised that I am literally walking on the moon right now. This is one small step for Whistler and one giant leap for Minecraft player kind. It seems the skybox has sprung a leak. So I've done what I can to be as random as possible, but we haven't added any of the powder snow. So I'm going to have to choose a couple of spots. Let's go, for example, here. There we go. Plonk that there. And then jack-o'-lantern on top to make it extra bright. But maybe I have it there. And then this way I can actually fall through the moon if I want to. I don't think we'll need too many powder snow blocks though, because it is pretty well lit in here. But regardless, we will put one just there. I've used 4 powder snow and I got an entire shulker of it. I guess I didn't need that much. So then, what does this look like? Can I need to steal Apollo back. Oh, come on. Come on. No. There we go. Okay. So this is what the moon looks like from the surface at the moment. And I've got to say, I do like it. But there are a couple of issues with it. So far, we need to replace the black glass with white glass surrounding the moon itself and then slowly fade to black so that the moon glows. The other issue is that the moon looks like it's only half of the moon at the moment. So what we've got to do is I think we've got to remove some of the end rods to make it look like the moon is actually blocking the end rods, whereas I can see the end rods at the moment, and it's like the game is rendering the stars in front of the moon, which is the wrong order. You know what I mean? You know, as much as I like having the dense forest here, I do actually want to be able to see the moon from the surface here, whereas I can't actually do that with any of the clearings that I've built here. Like, the perspective is wrong. Like, I have to be in the middle of the pond to be able to see the moon. Not exactly ideal. I wanted to be able to see it without going for a swim. Okay, let's see what this is like if I change the glass over. Oh, it is so hard to place blocks on the ghast at the moment. It is super hard. I keep moving every time I turn the camera. Oh, that is weird. I don't like that. My whole perspective, it just breaks because the ghast turns around and I'm not centered on it. I think building on a ghast is definitely going to take some getting used to. And it's definitely possible. I'm literally building on a ghast at the moment, but every now and then I do feel like I'm getting motion sick. I'm not really someone who tends to get motion sick, but I am definitely sensing it on the ghast. It's just because I'm not centered on the ghast itself when I'm sat down on it. You see how I'm at the ledge? And if I turn the camera, my position changes. I think it's going to take some getting used to. Okay, I've gotten most of the white glass in place. How is this? That is much better. Like, I'm going to be changing a little bit more of the black to grey and light grey glass as well, but that is a much better colour for the first solid face that you are looking at for the moon. think we may extend the white glass out just ever so slightly more. But other than that, this is pretty good. I think we're going to do this a little bit differently. I don't much like the idea of flying around on the ghast trying to build this. It's a little bit weird, and I quite like just sliding around on the floor, so that's what we're going to do. I think I'm actually going to go for a bit of an inverted tiered approach to the glass here, so that we don't just have 4 layers of solid white glass and then solid grey glass and solid light grey glass and whatever. So I'm going to slowly spread outwards. We've actually already started doing it, so we've got the layer of white glass there, and then the layer above that I've gone out with the white glass by 1 block further. And I think I'm going to continue doing that up until we get to the top of the ceiling here, just to see what it looks like. And then we'll start adding in the light greys and the greys as well. And hopefully that results in something that looks pretty cool. Am I supposed to be able to see lightning there? That was weird. Well, everyone, I've just finished putting in the last of the light grey and the grey glass, and I've got to say, I do like the glow effect that we've now created for our moon. It's like it's reflecting through the atmosphere, the light's getting scattered around. I like it. The only issue I have is that the end rods don't really follow the curvature of the moon at all, so I've got end rods here that really shouldn't exist because the stars are supposed to be behind the moon. But we can change that. We can change that in the future, I'm sure. It's just going to be a matter of going in and knocking 1 or 2 of them out, really. And I've got to say that Apollo has been an absolutely massive help when it came to constructing this moon. He's literally taken me from the surface here to the moon and back like 10 separate times at this point. So, reusable rockets for the win! This Apollo's even better than the real Apollo. Wait, does this now mean that the moon is merely a construct in my world now? Maybe it does. And now moving on to some other things, the next episode is going to be the world tour and download, and there are some things that I just want to clean up and tidy, and yeah. Let's do some spring cleaning. The world has got to be presentable after all. Now the first thing I actually want to touch up is actually the interior of the Cartato farm. So we have torches on the inside of our little farms in here. That is not acceptable. They are supposed to be candles. And not only that, these jack-o'-lanterns in the floors, I was actually hoping to turn those into pearlescent frog lights a very, very long time ago. And I've only just now gotten to the point where I have pearlescent frog lights in my world. So let's swap them out. Hopefully that will look more like I originally envisaged. Plop, plop. Excellente. Oh my goodness, I can't hear anything in Cherryville. My world is so bugged right now. So, which one's better? On the left we have the jack-o'-lantern floor, and on the right we have the pearlescent frog lights. I originally planned for the pearlescent frog lights, so that's what I'm going to be changing it to. But do let me know your thoughts, I can always change it back again. And now that is the floor sorted. Built as originally planned. But the torches have got to go on the inside of the farm here, and we now have some candles to replace them with. I mean, I've had access to candles for a very long time, but today's the day that I'm finally getting around to doing the switch. And now that the candles are in place and the jack-o'-lanterns have been swapped out for the pearlescent frog lights, this build is now built as originally planned. So on to the next fixer-upper. So the next fixer-upper was actually the multi-biome villager breeder. So, again, I wanted candles in here. So we're just going to put some there. And now for in here. I actually wanted candles in here. So in this instance, I'm going to have to break the wheat. And I'm just going to put some candles on top. And we're also going to put some candles there as well. For breaking frog lights again, let's hoe that and let the villagers replant that wheat when they get around to it. So that looks like this build is now officially finished as well. I thought I might actually have some beds to place at the back here in addition to the candles, but it looks like I've already done that. I've just forgotten that I've done that. Now the other build I did that needs a fixer-upper is actually the wheat farm. I haven't gone inside of here on camera for a very long time, and the reason for that is that it's my least favourite build for one very simple reason. Enderman. I even had to put a little gate here so that I could stop villagers from going in because they were also being troublesome. So, if I stand up here and I look in this direction, everything's fine, but you might start to notice that things have gone amiss. There is a sand block here, for example. There's a block missing in the wall, and then you look down here and you think, oh my goodness, the Endermen have been devastating. They have ruined my fields of wheat. How dare they? I can't wait until the area surrounding Cherryville is completely and utterly spawn-proof so that they never teleport into the wheat farm ever again. Now, first things first, let's block off this water source. How did you get in here? What? I did close the gate, didn't I? Yes, the gate is closed. Don't tell me you got up on the fence gate. Now, you, sir, are illegal. Okay? You've been trampling my crops for God knows how long. So, I'm sorry, but I am currently sentencing you to die. Death by sword! Get out of here! So I guess now I just have to replant all of the wheat. Not exactly ideal. Okay, that's one side fixed up, and now for the next one. And that should be this side of the build fixed as well, and my only other issue is that there appears to be an Enderman down here, so let's just get my chest plate, my shield, my sharpness sword. Okay. Where are you? Up there. Okay, that is not where I was expecting you. Let's just nudge you off. Very good. We'll fight from down here, I think. And now we fight to the death! Oh, this is disconcerting. I can't actually hear the Enderman. But that is yet another victory for Whistler. So, that should be the wheat farm completely fixed up. Which means we can move on to the next one. The next fixer-upper project is actually the spawn volcano. So, I know I said I really, really wanted to finish the volcano before the world download. And my desire to build a mega build after the last episode, placing 1,000,000 blocks, I don't really have much desire in my life right now to finish another segment of the volcano. I know it's the last segment, but I think the volcano is just going to have to be unfinished for the world download. It will be finished for the one after that, though. You could use it as like an example of how the world has progressed when I put another one out after episode 50, whenever that may be. But anyway, the fixer-upper project that I've just mentioned has to do with that wall box, and the fact that I have no wardens on top of my gatehouse just here. So, what we have to do is we actually have to transport those wardens back over here so that they are front and center for the world download. So, let's just get our wool bridges back into place, and we'll build a nice long walkway for the wardens to get back to the gatehouse again. And they're getting rather loud. Once again. How close am I? I must be close now. They're sniffing me. I don't want to be sniffed. Okay, we're too close now. We're too close. Too close. At least they can't hear me through the wall. That's a good thing. I can't see. I can't see. Okay. Break that. Break that. Break that. Oh, boys. Wallace and Gromit, I am running away from you. You are free to come in this direction, though. Are you going to try and do that? Going to walk over here? Are they stuck on each other? They might well be stuck on each other. Do I have permanent darkness? Yes. Okay, we're just going to leave and let those guys sort themselves out. Oh, I know the issue. It's because they were fighting. They couldn't get through the door. But now that I'm over here, they can move through the door. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's enough for me. Guys, don't go back in that direction. That's the wrong way to go. I'm over here, bro. Our noise machine. Feel like we might need it. Okay. What? Looks like we're not going that way just yet. We've got phantoms. Over here, bro. Are you Wallace? Or are you Gromit? That is the question. I am phantoms. I don't want phantoms. Go away. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's alright, he didn't hear it. Now this guy is over here. He's on the gatehouse. Awesome. I'm just gonna fly away. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I am. I can't see. Okay, we're fine. Alrighty then. One to go. Over here, boy. Are you Gromit or are you Wallace? You are Wallace! Wallace, get back in the gatehouse! Your dog is waiting for you. I don't like that, I can't see. I do not like that, I can't see. I have darkness, there are phantoms. Where is it? I don't know. There it is. Ow. That guy's still coming over? Yes. Good, good, good. Die! Over here, Wallace. Come on. And Wallace has re-entered the gatehouse. Awesome. Now, Gromit, your owner's back. I know. It's a very special occasion when that happens. But Wallace and Gromit, meet yourselves again, okay? I'm just gonna fly away. I don't know where I'm going. I can't see. I hate that I can't see. There we go. Awesome. How did you spawn in there? That's supposed to be illegal. I just killed a phantom while sneezing. Pro gamer moves right there. And now let us remove the little woolen box that I had the wardens in. Excellent. The woolen box and the walkway is gone, and Wallace and Gromit are back in their prime position. Ready to laser anything in their path, including phantoms, which has happened once or twice. And now on to the last fixer-upper project of the episode, before the world download next time. So, there's a bit of an issue with Cherryville, and that is the fact that I have an audio problem. And it seems to be localized entirely on Cherryville, and it seemed to spring up mysteriously immediately after I finished building the creeper farm on the inside of this giant tree trunk that I haven't made any effort in completing since I started building it. If you're wondering, Whistler, what on earth is this audiobook that you're talking about? Well, if I start flicking this door, do you hear how infrequently I am hearing that door opening and closing noise? I should be absolutely spamming this thing and hearing every single one of those times that I am opening and closing the door, but it's not happening. I can barely hear myself walk. I can't even hear myself hit things. I can't hear mobs creeping up on me, which is a bit dangerous. Luckily, Cherryville is mostly safe. We've not had a creeper incident in Cherryville for a very long time. I think the only Cherryville creeper incident I've ever had is when I accidentally let one out of a war balloon up there. So, what I suggest we do in order to fix this audio bug is actually make a slight nerf to the creeper farm. So, the reason why the audio bug was introduced in the first place to Cherryville is I think I've hit some kind of audio mob cap or something like that. The game can only play so many sounds, and I have many, many layers to our creeper farm here, and each layer has 9 cats. And when I first noticed the audio issue, I did actually knock off some of the corners, so a lot of the cats have actually already been removed, but I need to remove more. I need my sound back. So I think we're going to knock off a lot more of the corners of the creeper farm, and hopefully that will fix the audio bug. Hopefully the creeper farm is still pretty usable. I'll be back with you when it's done. Everyone, the corners of the creeper farm have been fully removed, and you know what? I'm already noticing a huge difference when it comes to the audio of this world. I can actually hear things. I can hear the cats on the inside of the creeper farm in there. I can hear my footsteps. I can hear the door. Oh, I wonder if the issue is just the minecarts rather than the cats. Oh my goodness, I'm under attack by phantoms. I can hear them as well. Oh, it's beautiful and horrific at the same time because I'm hearing 3 lots of the exact same audio playing at the exact same time. Terrifying. Get out of here. Some of the cats did die by falling down onto the magma blocks in the creeper farm, and what I have here is what's left. And I don't want to be anywhere near any kind of weird mob entity audio cap. So I'm afraid all of these cats are going to have to die. So sorry. I'm sorry, cats. It's not personal. I hate the fact that I am having to do this. Oh, I'm sorry, kitties. Look away, everyone. Pretend this is not part of the episode or something. I just felt a great disturbance in the force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and was suddenly silenced. I fear something terrible has happened. It may well have been caused by me. Excuse me. No, that is not allowed. Excuse me, sir. Get out of here. Oh, this is music to my ears. I can hear the Enderman! So I don't really have to fix up any other builds, but we do still have to tidy up. I've got random chests and stuff that could do with a bit of a cleanup. So, shoo! That villager just stole all of the bone meal in that chest. How dare you? And I think with that, we might actually be done with Cherryville for today. So, one last thing before I start cleaning up the enchanted forest is let these guys loose. Come on, fellas, it's time to repopulate Cherryville. Enjoy your new taste of freedom, okay? Oh no, it seems I still have a bit of an audio bug. But you know what? It is much better than what it was before. So now the question is, what do I do with this chess monster? Well, I simply move it out of the picture. That's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm just gonna drop this stuff off next to Apollo. Oh wait, actually, the enchanted forest does actually need a bit of a touch-up. It's so dark here. Let's just fix that real quick. That is a bad spot, actually, because I can see the jack-o'-lantern. There we go, that's much better lit. And now I have to wait 10 minutes for the next step, which was going to be putting a wall around the creaking hearts here so that all of the dropped resin actually goes straight into the water stream here and not elsewhere. Although I could let all the creakings spawn and then do that. Perfect, all of the creakings are in the hole, so I should be able to just go right ahead and start building a nice wall to stop the resin from falling out of the farm. There we go. Now we should have no resin loss from anything falling out of the farm. Nice. This black glass wall will do the trick. Well, the world is now in a state that I'm happy with. So, I hope you've all enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time for the tour. Bye!